Most people who find the Reveal Talent community find them through friends and family who are wanting to help them. So we've got a wonderful program that we offer for graduates who are coming out of school. And in today's day and age, technology and things are moving so fast, it's hard to connect the dots between that school environment and the environment of good employment.
What led me to the Reveal Talent community was my family. After graduating from college, I was starting to deal with the struggles of COVID while also trying to find a career job. And I didn't have the right tools and networks to be able to make those connections with people and be able to find a career job that I really wanted. So I was directed to Mark and the Reveal Talent team, and I have learned so much from my journey with them.
Chase was exactly what you want as a coaching client. He was committed. When he started the process, you could tell very early on that he had things he wanted to accomplish and he wanted to put the work in to do it.
At the start of my journey, I had to figure out what it is I really wanted. What kind of career did I want? What were my career drivers? What was I doing to get from here to there? I started to think I had it figured out, but really I had no idea, which is why this is so important to think about what steps I need to take versus what steps I need to be taking to get there.
They gotta want it. There has to be that desire inside of them to do the things they're gonna need to do in order to get themselves where they want to be. And that's what's so important about coaching. If you're not in it, if you don't have both feet in, your ability to accomplish what you want to accomplish is diminished greatly. Our CareerPRO Pathway is really founded and based on 6 different coaching sessions, and each one of them gives our clients a chance to dig into something very specific that's going to be important to them on their journey to finding the work they want. So it begins with just an understanding of how to set aside the time. So that re-intention time and that time of just planning and making time for the search that's ahead. Then you get into the need to build a career marketing plan. You've got to get clear yourself on the kind of work that you want to do. And that's a lot harder than a lot of people think. So we spend some time really working through that part of it. Once you get that clarity and that understanding, then we spend time getting your resume right and then getting your social media right, things like LinkedIn. All of those things should work together to tell the same story. It should always go back to the things that, the ways that you bring value. So that is an important part of it. And then we wrap up the training, really helping them with the interview process. There are a lot of folks that are very intimidated by interviewing, and it hasn't gotten any easier. So we spend some time going through the practice, stepping out of our comfort zone to be able to handle interviewing in a way that shows our confidence and our commitment to the things we want to do.
When I started on the career pathway, it really started to challenge me and made me think about what I needed to do in order to get to the job that I want to have. What was I doing on my LinkedIn profile? What was I doing with my resume? How was I going about the job searches? Everything I was doing didn't come close to what I was learning with the Reveal Talent community. So I'm very happy and satisfied with what I was seeing with Mark and everything that he had planned out for me so that I'd be able to start this path and do what I needed to do the correct way.
You know, that's the thing. The journey differs from person to person. So to be able to go into a coaching session and say, what do you want them to get out of it? Well, clearly, there's one thing. You want them to move forward.
The thing I liked about our meetings was not only that we would sit down and they would help me figure out what I want out of my career, but they would also inspire me to look past it and to think about how I could take what I was learning and use it in my everyday life. And to be able to do that is quite special.
As a good coach, you have to be an encourager. You have to recognize when your clients are doing things well and take the time to high-five those moments. In the Reveal Talent community, the word positioning is very intentionally created. It's a combination of 2 words, proactive and positioning. And it's all about networking, and we refer to it as networking on steroids. But the key here is them putting themselves in front of the right people with the right message at the right time in the right place. I think Chase took a lot away from learning how to do that and how to make connections with folks he maybe didn't know before, and learning how to take connections that he did know to lead himself to additional connections. So taking the time for another word that we use in the community, which is re-intention, which is that combination of intentional reinvention. Making time to do that it's hard to set aside that time when you've got so many other responsibilities. So it can be challenging. And there were times along the way that he found it challenging to make the time he needed to do the things he needed to do to keep himself moving forward. So the ultimate goal is to help our clients connect that dot, and that's important. And it always begins, first of all, with awareness, what their priorities are and how they bring value. And then we take that awareness and turn it into action. So those career drivers become a compass to help you find the kind of companies that align with them. Those priorities become a pathway for how you plan your week. And then how you bring value shows up in everything that you put out into the world, including your resume, your LinkedIn profile, all of those things.
My journey with the Reveal Talent community was 100% worth it. Everything I learned was so valuable and continues to help me on my career path, and I can't thank Mark and the team enough for all the support and encouragement throughout this entire experience.
So the person who finds success on the CareerPRO Pathway is the person who's committed to being proactive, being intentional, and keep